Hello, APUSH students. So as you can see here, new platform, YouTube, using it, and I'm going to give you a brief preview of the assignments for the week of April 13th through April 17th. But before we start talking about the assignments, I want to thank you for completing the survey last week. In addition, completing the Google Classroom questions as well. Okay. So let's get into the assignments for the week. So there's already information up regarding the time period for and some of the review material on that. And so each week we'll add an additional review period for you, okay? Secondly, we're going to talk about what the exact assignment is for the first part of the week and with the discussion question that will be due on Friday. So it's the information from chapter 30, the textbook, page 826 through 832. Now, there is a long list of assignments, but don't worry, it's really just the information in those about 6 pages or so. So it starts out with the end of the Vietnam War. And I tell you to review the article that we actually covered in class on March 10th on the reasons why the U.S. lost to the Vietnam War. It's essential that you know that information. In addition, I attached a video. Well, actually, it's 2 videos of the same documentary in case you have difficulties with any of the links. It's called Peace with Honor, and it's an excellent overall viewpoint of the last years of the war in terms of the anti-Vietnam War movement and President Nixon's idea of Vietnamization, okay, which means slowly bringing the troops back home and ending the war, and hopefully in an honorable manner, okay. Second part talks about Kissinger, Nixon, and the world. So it's about basically the Cold World, the Cold War, I should say, sorry. And that's only 2 pages in the textbook. There is a link to the Miller Center, Nixon Foreign Policy, which explains Nixon's attempt at détente, which means friendlier relationships, and a video where Nixon visits China as well. So you're going to see Nixon will be the first sitting president to visit China, and also his relationship with the Soviet Union at this time, and in addition, relationships with Middle Eastern country as well, mainly due to the importance of oil. Okay. So the third part of the assignment for Monday, Tuesday is called Politics and Economics under Nixon, and it talks about the transition of the Warren Court to the Nixon Court. So we know that the Warren Court was very liberal, right, such as Miranda rights and so on. We have notes on that, and there's going to be a big transition when a new justice is coming in, Justice Berger. And one of the main court case that I want you guys to read about is called Bakke versus the Board of Regents of California. It's a very interesting case regarding affirmative action and the 14th Amendment. I've also attached a link to a small YouTube video, about 3.5 minutes or so, and it helps to explain that case. So your discussion question based on the materials from Monday and Tuesday, it's already been posted as well. So the question is, overall, what factors should be considered when applying for admissions to a university? I'll give you several examples: grades, test scores, advanced classes, extracurricular activities, community service as well. What do you think is overall the most important single factor out of those or any others that you can think of? Explain why. And then, should race or national origin be considered a factor in the college admissions process? And that's what the case of Bakke versus California Board of Regents was about. And explain why or why not, if race should be a factor in the process of being admitted to colleges and or universities. And I also said make it 12 sentences or less. Okay, so that is the work for Monday and Tuesday. Okay, now what are we going to do on Wednesday? I've already have up on the Google Stream a Zoom meeting is scheduled at 12:30, and there specifically we are going to talk about strategies for the new AP modified exam probably have a short Google Slides, or maybe even just do it on the whiteboard of the Zoom. Okay. Why? Well, on Thursday and Friday, right, you are going to have a DBQ, okay, with the modified rubric, which is on the Google Classroom as well, okay? And I'm going to tell you all the parameters, the time limits, which you're allowed to use, and so on. And it will be due on a Monday. So it'll give you time to actually look at it, time to prepare for it, and then look on a Monday. Google Classroom also has a rubric feature, so I will type in the rubric and then grade it there as well. Okay, so if you don't do well on it, most likely what happened is I will let you make up some of the mistakes or edit it, or I can also choose to have you write another one because the goal is to get you to simply practice the new modified strategy and the obviously the shorter time limit placed upon it. Okay, so thanks for listening and look forward to hearing from you and seeing you soon.